I'd ask you about your own experiences of having written and published books. What went wrong? What went right? What was unexpected? What would you now do differently?
Ooh, they're really good questions, and there's probably a lot of answers to them as I kind of pull them out of my head. What went wrong? Okay, so probably the best example of what went wrong is when I took myself to Turkey a year and a bit ago to write a book that I just decided that I was going to write. I'm going to write this book. I need to write another book. That was my thought process. I need to write another book. And I had this vague idea. It's called Cookies for Breakfast. I am going to write that book at some point because I think it'd be funny. And the idea is, how to be a grown-up. I literally do sometimes eat cookies for breakfast. And that's not sensible.
So the failure was...
I went to Turkey to write a book, and I wrote the grand total. I discovered this when I was writing this book. I discovered that I wrote the grand total of 2,600 words, I think. That's not a book. That's barely even a fucking blog post. And so what went wrong with that was that I didn't really care that much about the book. And I didn't really have a reason for writing it other than, this will be fun.
Kind of felt like you should.
Yeah, I didn't have a purpose. I hadn't outlined it properly. I just went away to write it, and instead I went to the beach.
Which was nice.
Which is nice.
But not very productive in writing books.
No. So what went wrong was just a lack of direction, lack of purpose, lack of plan, lack of goal.
Mm-hmm.
So really super important. If you want to write a book, you really need to know why you're writing it, not just for the reader, but for you as well. Super important, because it's not an easy thing to do.
You got to push on through, haven't you?
And if you're
feeling a bit ambivalent about it, then you're probably not going to do it.
In fact, I've done that exact same things with 3 different books.
Have you?
I've got 3 half-written books. Yeah. I mean, the Flamingo Your Business book is much more complete. But again, I'm going to write the book, but it wasn't an immediate priority for me, and that's why it kind of languishes half finished on my hard drive. So
finish that book.
Yeah. So I've made the same mistake not once, not twice, but 3 times, guys.
What was the third?
I could have learned. You know what? I can't even remember. I know that there's another book languishing on my hard drive. I can't even remember what it was. Anyway, moving swiftly on. What went right? Okay, so
Well, the second time you went away again.
I went away again, but I went away with other writers who had a clear purpose as what they wanted to achieve, and I had a group of people who they weren't really. I mean, they weren't all. Jen was writing a fiction book.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. We did a podcast, from Lanzarote that you can go and listen to, and actually listening to that podcast will tell you what went right. But really, what went right was, I knew what I wanted to do. I had a really clear purpose for what this book was going to do for my business and for me. And when I actually went to write it, I had people around me who were really supportive. Mm-hmm. I can't even tell you what a great time we had. I mean, we had a fantastic fun time, as well as, I got the entire first draft of my book written.
That's good going.
Yeah, and so that went right. I cannot overemphasize how important it is to have the right people around you when you are at varying stages of writing your book. So important. And that's part of what I've done with my book course, actually, is I've created this online community as well.
Yeah, small community of people who are all going through the same stuff as you are.
And that's one of the goals for this new book, is that I really want to create this writers community that's going to be... I'm really excited about it. So that's really important. What was the third part of that?
What was unexpected?
What was unexpected? Things I had learned. So I am, like everybody else, super hard on myself, much harder on myself than anybody else ever is. And I have obviously been looking all over the place for research, for background information, for inspiration to write this book. And I have just found some incredibly talented writers that I hadn't discovered before. And also I've discovered a little bit about myself as well. So there's a writer called Anne Shaybani, and I'm a big fan of. I love the way she writes. And I just managed to convince myself for a few days that I was just utterly shit at writing and I shouldn't be doing this and all the rest of it. And I was comparing myself to her, who has an MA in creative writing from Harvard University. I do not have any of those things. I was just... Anyway, I had a conversation with my coach, Mark Setch. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Who is Marvapotamus. And he helped me to reframe it in such a way that, instead of thinking I can never be this good, instead, what can I learn from these people's writing? What can I take from it to improve my own writing? And come at it from the point of view that other people write books to help people. It's not just to make money; it's to help people. And what I never want people to read my book and think, oh, I could never write as well as Vicky, and then give up. That's not what I want people to take away from it. What I want people to take away is, oh wow, you know what? She struggles with stuff as well, and this is how she deals with it. And so that I learned, that was unexpected actually. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted people to take from my book as well. Was not just how to write a book, but all of the confidence stuff as well.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Does that answer the question?
I think so.